Hello and welcome to the product demo of IntelliCut, a material planning and optimization software for sewn products industry. Let's run a simple order to see how IntelliCut saves fabric. Our step 1 is to enter style and order details and run the cut plan. So let's go to the software. We'll enter a style number. Let's say this is the style number. The BOM consumption of the style, let's say 1 meters. The order number, let's keep the order number same as the style number. We'll enter the color of the style, the sizes, let's say extra small, small, medium, large and extra large. We'll enter the order quantity in each size, let's say 219, 331, 353, 274 and 195. So this is the total order quantity in our order. We'll add 3% extra over the order quantity. Now we'll provide the cut settings. Enter the fabric name, maximum lay height allowed, maximum pieces in the marker allowed, and end loss per ply. And we'll run cut plan. And when we click on this button, the software will automatically suggest the best possible cut plan for this order. So now we see these are the 4 markers that the software has suggested. If we see the first marker, it has 182 planned plies and it cuts 1092 pieces, which is 77.2% of the total order quantity. Therefore, it is an important marker. If we see the second marker, it has 44 planned plies and it cuts 264 pieces, which is 18.7% of the total order quantity. Therefore, we can see that these two are important markers and the software has already selected these, telling us that these two markers will together cut about 95 to 96% of the total order quantity. Therefore, for now, we'll just queue these two markers to CAD and we will not select the rest of the 2 markers, and the remaining quantity, this we'll cut later using the remnants. So we'll select the cut plan and queue marker. After this, our next step will be to enter the marker details and estimate how much fabric to buy. So we'll go back to the software and we'll enter the marker details, the width of the marker length, let's say 5.93 and it is 89% efficient. Then we'll enter the marker length of the other marker and the efficiency. Let's say it is 91% efficient, and we'll save and log this information. And when we do this, the software will automatically calculate on the basis of the consumption that how much fabric will be required to completely cut all the pieces. So we'll go to the report section and we'll click on estimated consumption report and we'll see there how much fabric will be required. So this is our order quantity and this is the total order quantity with 3% extra. So this has been calculated here that along with the allowance of 2%, which is the fabric that is wasted in end loss and process loss, 1419 meters is the fabric that we require to buy, and this will cut all the pieces. So with the help of this report, we buy the fabric, and after that our next step will be to upload the rolls and run roll allocation. So we'll go back to the software, and now assuming that the fabric is in-house, we'll go to the fabric section and we'll upload the rolls. So we'll enter the order number for which we need to upload the rolls. Now this information has to be fed in the software through an Excel sheet which looks like this. Here we enter the roll numbers, the length of the rolls and the width. In case there is more information about the rolls, that can be fed under these columns. So this is the Excel sheet that we'll enter. So we'll click on upload roll, select the Excel sheet, and now we see that the information is imported in the software. We'll just click save and the software will know that how many rolls are there for this order. After this, we'll go to run roll allocation and we'll allocate the rolls to the lays. So these are the 2 lays that are made. We'll select both and click allocate rolls, and when we do this, the software will run its complex algorithms and it will allocate roles to each lay such that minimum wastage happens and maximum utilization of fabric takes place. So if we quickly refresh it, we'll see that the roles are now allocated. If we expand it, we'll see that for this lay, these are the roll numbers that are planned. These are the plies from each roll number that has to be done. And these are the total number of plies that will be done in this lay. So what we'll do is we'll print the lay slip and give it to the cutting floor so that the laying can begin. And this is how the lay slip looks like. It contains the order number, the style number, the marker construction, lay length, marker length, the end loss, and then it also tells you exactly how many plies to do and how many pieces will be cut in this lay. And most importantly, it tells the fabric and the roll numbers that need to be picked. In case there is shade, then they'll tell which shade of each roll, the roll length, the planned plies from each roll, and then when they do complete a roll, they'll enter how many plies they could actually do. They'll enter the feedback here, the left length from each roll, and in case there is any damage, they can enter the damage length under this column. So this is how the lay slip looks like, and this will be sent on the cutting floor. So we'll print both the lay slips and give it to the floor. After this, our next step will be to plan the remnants and make the markers. So now we'll assume that the laying has begun, and in that meanwhile we'll plan the remnants. So if we go to the remnant screen, we'll see that these are the sizes that are left to be planned, and these are the quantities: 27 in small, 12 in large, and 19 in extra large. A total of 58 pieces to be planned. And these are the end bits that are left. In one way we have 5 plies. That means there are 5 such plies that can cut one body, and one ply in two way, that means there is one ply that can cut 2 pieces. So if we see on the floor, we'll be able to see how it looks like. So these are the stacks of each end bit. This is the one-way stack, two-way stack, three-way, and four-way. And these are the offcuts. That means these are plies that cannot cut one full piece. So this is how the end bits look on the floor. So now we'll plan the remnants using these end bits. So we'll click on average consumption, which is the consumption achieved so far by the markers that we have entered, and we'll plan the remnants. So we are making a two-way marker, one small, one extra large, and we'll plan. It tells us that there are 19 plies to be done with this marker. We'll say OK. And now we see that the quantities are reduced. We are left with just 12 large and 8 small. And we can see that end bits are also reduced since they will be used in this marker. And we are left with one-way 7 plies. So now we'll plan a one-way marker for large. It will make 12 plies. We'll click save. And we were left with just 8 pieces of small. So we'll make a one-way marker for small, plan. It will tell us 8 plies, and we'll save. So now if we see that all the pieces are planned and all the end bits are reduced, whatever is left is in the form of a complete roll. Therefore it is a good plan, and we'll click confirm. And as we do this, these 3 markers will automatically get queued to CAD. So we'll go to the CAD section in the created marker screen, and we'll enter the marker details for these 3 markers. We'll enter the efficiencies also. Similarly, we'll enter the marker details for both the markers, and we'll save this information. So if we now go to role allocation solution screen, we'll see that the roles are allocated. So we'll print all the lay slips for the remnants also, and the laying will begin. So now assuming that the laying has begun and we have started receiving the feedback from the floor, so let's see how the feedback looks like. This is how a filled lay slip would look like. If you can see, they've entered the actual plies that they could do, and the left length from each roll. So after this, our next step is to enter this feedback in the software. So we'll go to the view lay slip section, and we can see this is lay 1 and the actual plies that they could do and left length. It is already filled in the software. In case there is any deviation, then we need to edit, else we'll just save and we'll similarly fill all the lay slips, the feedback. So we'll again go back to view lay slip, and similarly we'll fill all the lay slips. We'll save. So 2 lays are done, and after this we'll fill the feedback for the remnant lays. Now we are left with one large and one small. We'll just quickly fill the feedback. And we're just left with one piece marker for small that we made, after which we'll be able to see the savings that we could achieve. So now we have entered all the feedback and the software knows exactly what happened on the floor. So if we go to the roll allocation solution, we'll be able to see that all the lays are completed. After this, let's go to the fabric section and see the scenario of the rolls. So if we take a look here, we'll see these are the present lengths of each roll, and all of them are less than the BOM consumption of the style, and all that is left is in the form of one complete roll which has the complete length left, not in the form of small chunks but a complete roll that can be utilized. So this is how we can see our savings. Also, if we go to the report section, we'll see in the fabric reconciliation report that how much fabric could we save. So here we can see that 32.18 meters is the savings completely in the form of one full roll, not in the form of small end bits that cannot be further used, but a complete length of fabric, which is 2.25% of the total fabric that we ordered. Therefore, in this order we just saw how we planned the complete order, how we did the lays and the roll allocation in such a manner that we were able to see the savings in the form of a complete roll. So if we go back and see again how we proceeded, we ran the cut plan. The software provided us with the best cut plan for this order quantity. Then we made the markers, and then we estimated exactly how much fabric will be required for us to completely cut all the pieces. Then we uploaded the rolls, and then we ran the roll allocation, which gave us the best rolls for each lay. And later we planned the remnants, and after that we entered the floor feedback, and we saw the savings completely in the form of a roll. So that was all for this section. For more details, you can contact us at sales@intelocut.com, or you can call on these numbers. Thank you and goodbye.